I am live. Yo, beautiful people. Listen, it's summertime. I want to answer your questions. Then I want to go to my garden. So she's on time. So summertime might not be DeShawn time, might be real time. So I am actually on time. And I know most of you are going, what's happening? What happened? But I am live, beautiful people. I am live. It is 7 o'clock on this beautiful Sunday, and I am here to answer my makeup artist questions, the dilemmas, the funkiness, all of that. I'm here to answer you. And I know all of y'all like when y'all come on here, you see the replay, y'all gonna be like, what time is it? What time is it? Don't you normally come on at a certain time? I do. But you never know when I'm gonna pop on for real, see? So if I don't get people to come here tonight, what I will do is answer these two fabulous questions by these two fabulous makeup artists. By the way, I'm DeShawn Hatcher, makeup artist in New York. 20 years, 22 years in the business. Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I need my resume. And as we do on Sundays, my beautiful people go to the community board. There's a link in the description, and they ask me questions. Ask me your question. And then underneath that, they will type out their questions, and I am able to print them out and read them on the air. And so that is what I do, people. Every Sunday at 7 ish. Listen, let's be real. Most of the people who come on here who are my regulars, they go, something's wrong. It says DeShawn is on now, but she's normally on at 7:20 or something. But yeah, I'm on time today. You never know when I'm gonna surprise you. You just never know. Hey, Miss Monique, welcome to the on-time version of answering the makeup artist dilemmas. Welcome, Miss Monique. Oh my goodness. So listen, people. Listen. In the summertime, we're gonna have summer hours, and hopefully, it will be 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Bang, boom, off we go. It might be 7 to 7:30. We don't know yet. We don't know. It's called audience participation. We get some participation, stays on till 8. We don't get no participation, she will read her questions and she'll step. Okay. That's the summertime program. Okay. That's summertime program. So listen, people. Okay. Now I do have an announcement. I don't know. Do I save it? I don't know how to play the YouTube game. I think I'm supposed to save my announcement. So I'm going to save it until make y'all watch this thing. Okay. So listen, people. Arati. I say her name like that. I don't know how she says her name, but that's how I say her name. That's how it is in my head. So Miss Arati asked me a question. It says 49 minutes ago. So again, if you have anything in the community board, I always check it before I come on. So if you write me at 6:52, maybe I might catch it. So there you go. So Miss Arati asked me a really cool question. We already kind of discussed this last week, but I don't mind discussing it again because we always have new people. So she says, on the occasion that you are working alongside an artist you don't know and you observe them doing some not so hygienic things, would you say something or mind your business and keep an eye on who's in your chair? Happened to me yesterday and I was quiet. I feel somewhat conflicted. You know what, Miss Rati, I used to feel conflicted as well. I felt conflicted in both ways. I felt conflicted when I opened my mouth because I said to myself, I should have just minded my diggy daggy on business. And then I feel kind of conflicted when I don't say something too. The confliction for me is starting to wane. It doesn't really bother me anymore because, unless they are working for me, um, the way you handle your business is the way you handle your business. I don't think I'd want somebody come over to me and saying something to me unless I spill something. Oh, hey, yo, check it out. You spill something on the, something happened with your kid or, then I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if somebody would say something to me. But if somebody's straight up nasty, I'm not sure there's much that we can do. I mean, we can point it out. I mean, if you feel so inclined to say, you nasty, but you know what I mean? Like I said, unless somebody is physically working for me, then I say something always. I will say something always. Um, yeah, I always say something, especially if they're assisting. I had this thing where I went to high schools and we did the senior yearbook pictures. It was called Senior Picture Day, and I did that for 10 years. And we go to the high schools and we would do their makeup. We do the girls' makeup. And about 6 or 7 volunteers would come along with me. Amazing, wonderful, beautiful people who came along and volunteered their time to help make these girls beautiful, and boys beautiful, for their yearbook picture. And every now and then there would be one of these assistants. They weren't really my assistants. To me, they were on a team, let me put it that way. They were not my assistants. That would come with some funky kit that I would go, you can't use that kit on people until you go in the back and clean it. Like you cannot open up your kit and it'd be filthy. You have to, please do not start work until you go clean your kit. So I have done that in the past. Tell people, but again, they're working for me. Now, I have had the occasion of being like having 2 or 3 of us, let's say, there, and let's say I'm working with the celebrity, and then these 2 other people were working with like background people, and they were hired, to do that. And I have on occasion walked over and gone like this, and but I didn't feel like it was my place to kind of like say anything, blow them out of the water. I just felt like, you know what? It's none of my business. If that's the way you want to handle your business, that's your business. So I just tend to kind of mind my business now, more so. Yeah, whenever I am not in charge, I just don't really say anything, Arati. I just mind my damn business. But again, if I see something that's spilled or something that's funky, I might say, oh, you spilled that, or you dropped that on the floor, that kind of thing. I will be helpful in that manner, but I'm not going to go up and tell somebody what to do with their kid. Because like I said last week that eventually the nastiness will catch up to them, especially if you're doing it in a professional setting. A professional setting, no offense to the homegirls who do it, like me, homegirl sitting here in my house and I'm doing makeup and people just come, you know what I mean? Not like that. But when you're on like a professional set, that kind of thing, they're not going to play that. Somebody will walk over and correct if they catch it, especially if, you might be working with maybe a celebrity and this is your big chance and your kid is nasty. That's just not a good way to go. It's really not a good way to go. But again, I don't normally say anything anymore. I think I said something maybe once or twice to somebody and was like, what do you clean your kit with? Like, what do you clean your kit with? And they might say, oh, I don't clean my kit. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I clean my kit with, But yeah, I just stopped doing that a long time ago. I feel you. I know you're looking and you're going, but I mean, is it really our business? Not really. The whole point is it's not our business. So I just don't say anything. It really don't bother me that much. Again, they ain't working for me. They're in their own business. I don't care. So I see Mr. Rachi's here. Moet Crystal Studios. I love the name. I love it. Where's my bottle? Welcome, honey. So, I mean, listen, Arati, if you feel conflicted, you can tell me why you feel conflicted. We have time to psychoanalyze why you feel so conflicted. Okay. But really, don't worry about it, honey. You continue to be amazing and that will catch up to them. Somebody will joke. Somebody will clear them up. Maybe they'll be working for you one day, and they'll come in, and you'll see that, and you go in the back and clean your kid. You never know. You never know. But you listen. I mean, I do appreciate the ones that I have suggested to on my teams. Please, go clean your kit, because you can't get up in here with that. And they go back there, ever so sweetly, and clean their kit. So I'm not mad. Guys, I clean my kit and I don't even have it. And I thought I did, but I don't have it. I clean my kit religiously with Cinema Secrets. I think I already did like a small video years ago on how I clean my kit and what I use Cinema Secrets for. But I have cleaned my kit with Cinema Secrets for 20 years. It's a disinfectant. I'm not going to say it fights COVID because it wasn't around. COVID clearly wasn't around when I started using it. So I'm not going to give a COVID disclaimer, on that. But I will say it is a 99 point. Is it 99 point or 97 point disinfectant? And I use it to wipe down. Do I have a palette? I use it to wipe down all surfaces, all palette surfaces. I use it to wipe down inside. But I don't go crazy with it. But you don't do it on the makeup. Just do it. So I clean the whole thing. Clearly, I use them for my brushes. Then when I'm cleaning the bag itself, or all bags, I use Cinema Secrets, and I wipe down the bag with Cinema Secrets. So I do that on a fairly regular basis. And now because of COVID, I will take alcohol spray, and then I'm the alcohol queen. I'm spraying everything like a maniac. I'm spraying everything like a maniac. So that's the other thing. So there you go. Monique says, yeah, I've seen people show up with dirty brushes and clean them at the gig. I mean, sometimes, honestly, Monique, I have done that myself. Sometimes I'm running around, especially like when I'm super busy. I swear, I'm like, holy crap, I forgot to clean my brushes. And that's why you show up early. That's why you show up early, for those oops, because it will allow you to do what? It will allow you to go, oh shit, let me clean my brushes. Let me clean my brushes. And as long as the client does not see you do that, as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're not doing it in front of your client and you are early. So if your call time was at 9 and the client is not, most of the time when our call time's at 9, the client technically shouldn't be coming at 9. Normally they come in like 10. So you have time to clean. You have time to wipe up spills that might happen in your kit. Like every now and then, come on, we all have had that. You open up your kit and go, what broke? What broke? What is this? What broke? And then you go, God damn it. And then you have the time to clean it up and then, set up your table. So I'm never going to get like on people about that, because I appreciate the fact that they are actually cleaning before the person gets there. Do you know what I'm saying, Monique? So I don't really have an issue with that. I have an issue with when I've seen people pull out dirty brushes. I have seen this, and they putting it on people. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I have seen that. But if you're going to sit there and clean your brushes before the client gets there, I don't really have an issue with that. Sometimes I do it as well. Even though my brushes might be clean, in my head, I'm like, I'm going to just dip them a little, not dip them, but like I take the Cinema Secrets. I don't have paper towel. I take the Cinema Secrets and I, dip it in a paper towel, and then I'll just go over the brushes one more time and then let them dry on the side. And then I know for sure they are clean. Especially nowadays with COVID, I'm just more anal retentive than I used to be about everything. So I will re-clean, kind of swipe them real quick and put them down so they air out. And so they're clean. So I know that you are clean. I'll wipe down the handles again. And oh God, I'm anal retentive now. It's ridiculous. But I will do all of that nowadays to just ensure that everything's clean and, but yeah, I don't fault anybody for, every now and then you got that dirty brush bag. You're like, oh shit. You just forget. You're like, damn it. I thought I cleaned my brushes last night. I came home. I was so tired. Damn it. It happens. So I don't be judgy when it comes to certain things. I'd be judgy when the kid is filthy. But I'm gonna be judgy when you clean your brushes. That means that biatch must be. I'm going to give them the Benny. I'm gonna say that they are overworked and just forgot. That's the benefit of the doubt that I would give people. Um, Hi, some more. Hey, DeShawn. Love those glasses. Thank you. Oh, hi, K Nails 171. How often do you change your brushes? I get a whole new brush set. K Nails, I will admit to you, I have a brush problem. DeShawn Hatcher, I'm a brush hoarder. I am. And so I have too many brushes. Now I know there are many people who have even more brushes than I do, and I'm actually oddly envious of those people because I'm like, wow, look at all your brushes. So I have a lot of brushes, but I know a lot of people. So the problem with me is that instead of cleaning them, I just put them aside and go get more. Then I put those aside, then I go get more. And then all of a sudden I look in my big brush stash and I go, oh, I think I should have started cleaning these beforehand. And so sometimes I have to clean hundreds of brushes. Sometimes I'm cleaning hundreds of brushes in here, like it's lining. I have a 9-foot island in my kitchen over here, both sides. It's like up and down on the coffee table. Clean. Oh, child, I'm like, DeShawn, you should have cleaned these brushes like before. So I have to pay the price for being a lazy ass and just keep going in and out of the stash. So yes, I always bring clean brushes with me. I always carry clean brushes. Yes, I do, because I keep going into my stash and going into my stash. You should have a brush set for, yes, I believe everyone should have their own brushes. There's no more of that sharing, no more sharing, like come here, like, like when we do models, back in the day, no one had any issues if you dipped in here and did this and then dipped in here and did this. No one had any issues, and now I have an issue and I can't do that. So everybody has to have their own blush brush, their own lip, especially the lip brush. You would never use a lip brush on another person, but definitely lip brushes. I would suggest what I was doing for a couple of years, K Nails, was for the lip brushes. I would use not disposable, excuse me. The ones that could clink clink, retractable lip brushes. So the brush would kind of recede back into the case, so it wouldn't even be airborne, and it would have a cap. So that's how anal I am about, especially lip brushes. Ooh. And most of the time, I would just use the lip brush, and then I would give it to the person because I don't want it. So it was like little things like that I would do. So yeah, but yes, you should have a clean brush set for everyone. And it depends on the way you do makeup. A lot of times I do makeup in, like, I might use a blush brush to smooth out foundation and things like that. So it depends on how you do it. So to say that, you should have a brush set, like the typical brush sets, is not entirely true. You can have a mixture of whatever you do, but just have several of them lined up. Some people still like foundation brushes. I don't use them. Some people, there's just all different kinds of brushes that people use. Like, I use tons of eyeshadow brushes. So you'll see in my kit, there's a ton of eyeshadow brushes. And you think, what's she gonna do with all them eyeshadow brushes? The only 2 eyes. And it's because I use eyeshadow brushes for foundations and corrections. And yeah, I tend to use smaller brushes now than like really big ones. So you'll see. It depends on how you do makeup. Some more says, you should always have a new brush set when doing a job. Yes, ma'am. When the brushes get dirty. Yeah, you should. But like I said, I mean, sometimes, listen, can we please give our fellow fabulous makeup artists just a little love? Because sometimes we might forget the brushes. Sometimes, I can tell you on 3 occasions in 22 years, I have forgotten my brushes. Like I have like, that, that moment go, oh, where are my brushes? Where are my brushes? You know what I'm saying? Let's give love. Let's give love to the people who don't remember things like me. Let's do that. So I don't tend to be like, why are you taking the brushes out the dirty brush bag? Unless you're taking them out of the dirty brush bag and you're not cleaning them. That's different. But if you're taking them out of the dirty brush bag and you back there feverishly trying to clean it, that tells me you forgot something. That tells me something's not quite right. That kind of thing. So I don't really get on people that much for that. K-Nails, what's the best? I can't talk to. What's the best brand of brushes do you recommend? See, I'm such a brush whore. I said whore. I know I did. Whore, or as they say in old Brooklyn, ahua. I'm a brush ahua. I have, these are dirty. These are mine. So, oh yeah. So one of my favorites, Stalazi, still love them, still love them. So I'm gonna pull out what I like because these are my brushes. I think this is still. So I like Stalazi. Okay. Can you tell she likes Stalazi? This big beast right here is Face Atelier's big fat blush. It's like a really more like body painting than like powder brush, but it's a powder brush. Love this one. Face Atelier has really nice brushes, by the way. So does NARS. NARS, Face Atelier, Chanel. I can go on about the brushes. These are Royal and Langnickel. These are the Omnia brushes. Listen. Phenomenal. So these are good. And I thought they just had a sale. So now I'm not sure. But this, and they seem to have a lot of sales. These are amazing. That line is amazing. What else has she got in here? This is a paintbrush. This is an actual watercolor brush, but I like to do this with. Let me see what else I got in my little thing here. I think this is Haiku Hodu. This is Haiku Hodu. Ting, 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 ting. Expensive, but why not? And you know what it is? Let me tell you. The hairs are so pretty. And the handle feels like a pearl. It feels pearlescent. It feels nice. So that's a good one. What else do I got in here? Well, Royal and Langnickel makes several different ones. This was the one by KJB, the Revolution one. They still might have a few of these left. The only thing about the Revolution line that I didn't like, honestly, was the handle. The handle got all gummy, and I barely used them, and they got really gummy, but I figured out how to clean them. So now I got the gum off, but it took me a long time to get the gum off of that. Let me see what else I have here. I think this is still Royal and Langnickel. This is another good one. Smith makes very good brushes. This is a good brush. And supposedly, I'm not sure, don't quote me, you'd have to look this up on their board, but something about their handles are, I'm not going to say hyperallergenic. I forgot what the word that they used to describe their handles is. Something like it doesn't seem to hold bacteria or something like that. I cannot remember. But that was a claim back in the day. Now, if it ain't on there, then something done changed, okay? But Smith makes really, really good brushes. And then I think my cheap brushes, I don't think I have in here. Oh, what's this one? Large Fluff Stalazi. I love this brush. Like, this is the kind of brush that gets me. This makes me happy. It's fluffy. You get all up in here. Get all up in here. Then you can still do the eyes. I love this brush. Let me see. And then you have a lot of Royal Langnickel in here. Lots of Royal and Langnickel. This one was really, really dope. This one was a prototype. Do you see that angle? I love this brush so much, but I don't think they make this anymore. This is actually a brush by A Design. It was a brush company that was around in the 2000s. Then I think around 2000, maybe 8 or 9, it fell off and said, no, we're not making any more brushes for makeup artists. Then they came back and like 4 years ago, they came back and started selling brushes again. And I was so privileged to be on their mailing list to be a brush guinea pig person. But this brush is so, I mean, like if you can see, look, it just kind of like, do you see how that tail end just drags? It just drags wherever you put it. It just drags. Ah, I love it. So, and then don't forget the cheap crown brushes is another one I always recommend. But Royal and Langnickel have so many brushes that I can't even deal. Let me see. Yeah, you clean them all the time. Their face is their moneymaker. Exactly. K-Nails, listen, you don't want to be putting dirty brushes on nobody because you'll be blamed for breaking them out. We are all already blamed for breaking them out. But then to have proof like, yo, you know, your stuff is dirty. That ain't cool. Because that's all the client needs to do is go like this. Remember, clients, see, here's the deal. Let me tell you. Clients don't tell you what's wrong. Clients will sit there, doing like this, right? They looking straight ahead, but they're looking like this. They will not tell you when you do something wrong. They just sit there, and then they talk about you behind your back. So this is why I always try to say you have to be aware of what you're doing. That's why everything has to be clean. You can't have dirty stuff. They're peeping. They are peeping in that bag. They're peeping what you're doing. They're peeping. And the minute you do something funky, they're gonna call you out on it. Monica says, I get it. Okay, honey. Arati says, unpopular opinion here, but clean hands and fingers are underrated. Also, cotton swabs if you run out of lip brushes. Even as I say that and mean it, I'm a brush hoarder. Hello, brush hoarder. I really do have an issue. Listen, the Royal and Nickel thing came up, said like VIP something, VIP sale. And I was like, DeShawn, shut it down. Turn the page. Because I was like, oh, I can get some more brushes. I was like, no, no more brushes, no more brushes. So I have to kind of calm down. Samora says, what about MAC brushes? MAC brushes are great too. Yeah, MAC brushes are great. I don't have it. I'm just not a MAC person. You know, I always say that. I'm just not a MAC person. So that's my ish. I just don't really, I ain't a MAC person. Sorry. But yes, they do have good brushes. I don't think I have any MAC brushes, and I have hundreds of brushes. Unless they gave it to me. I don't think I have any. Yeah. I'm just, some more. I'm sorry. I'm just not a MAC person. I'm not a MAC person because they messed up our industry. That's why. I don't like them. See the crazy eyes? I don't like them. They messed up the whole industry. You know how they did that some more? Let me tell you. Because back in the day, was I a makeup artist already? I think it was like very like somewhat to the beginnings of me being a makeup artist. When we have Fashion Week here in New York, the greatest week of all. Fashion Week here in New York was amazing. Now it sucks, but it was amazing back in the day. And there used to be a time when makeup artists made a great deal of money during Fashion Week. First of all, Fashion Week was in one area, so basically a makeup artist would just jump. She or he would just go from 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 doing shows, right? So you could really make thousands of dollars during Fashion Week, thousands of dollars during Fashion Week. Well, what happened was, or as we say, what happened was Mac decided to come in and suddenly bring in a team that did it for free and that cut down everybody's pay to nothing. to nothing, to the crap that you see today. That was on Mac, by the way. And then Mac did this thing where they were charging. I was not new. I was fairly new to the game, but they started to charge makeup artists for a discount, and that pissed me off beyond belief, because when I was in corporate America, I used to be able to get Mac all the time, because Mac, there's that company store. I know many people understand the company store. It's run by Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder owns Mac. And so when you work in corporate America, you get a discount for Estee Lauder products. Well, I was getting Mac when I was working in corporate America, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75% off. So when I became a makeup artist, and then they started the whole, well, you got to pay us for a discount. I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. But when I was in corporate America, I didn't have to pay you for no discount. So I didn't like that. I didn't like the way they did that. I didn't like the way they were nickel and diamond makeup artists. Just when makeup artists made Mac in the first place. Makeup artists did that. And the way they just shy-eyed on makeup artists, I get angry. I hold grudges. I'm a Libra that holds grudges. Okay. I'm not going to forget it. I'm not going to let it go. It's just something that bothers me. I don't like it. I don't like that. Sorry. I went off on a tangent. Sorry some more. I don't like it. Mess up the whole business. I'll come back. I'll come back. Thank you, Arati. Smith brushes have an antibacterial coating, but it only lasts for 6 months. Thank you, darling. I did not know that. Okay, then my brush handles are filthy. I didn't know that. Okay, I learn new things every day. Okay, K-Nail says, yes, would that brush be used for contour? Oh, I think you were asking me about, hello. I think you were asking me about this. Yes, because you can really see how it pulls. Yes, it's beautiful. See, you can go that way. See how it just pulls and it creates this beautiful line, and then you go in and do your thing. But it's a beautiful brush. I wish they would make more, but I think the problem with it is that this particular brush, and they had more. They had I got the whole set. It's in the room. But the thing with this brush was, this wasn't just a makeup artist brush. This technically was a brush for consumers, and consumers just couldn't understand the tail, and they couldn't understand how to work it. And so I don't even think they really produced too many of these, because I don't think it did well for consumers. For makeup artists, we're like, oh, wow. But for consumers, they couldn't understand this little doohickey. So our loss, because it's a really great brush. Hi, DeShawn. Hi, Nubian Princess. Inside Out. Happy Sunday, honey. Some more laughing at me. Nubian Princess made it. Woo! I love the Omnia brushes. Wish they had more brushes for better precision application. Yeah, I know what you mean. The small or tooly kind of brushes out of that line. I know what you mean. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. I'm digging what that little girl said. I'm digging what you're putting down. I'm digging that. K-Nails, what brand of eyeshadows do you like the most? Oh, Sophie's Choice. Don't make me choose, K now. Don't make me choose. The most. That's hard, because they all do different things for me. I really do, and I say this all the time. I really do love Face Atelier's eyeshadow, because of the choice of colors, and her shimmers I find stunning. And I had used those for a very long time. Do I have MAC in there? I might have MAC pigments. So I'm not going to lie and say I don't have MAC. I have MAC pigments is what I have. Remember the MAC pigment? I don't know how they do it now. I still have my pigments from 20 years ago. So remember when they were in that little jar? I don't know if they're still in that little jar, but I still have my original MAC pigments. I thought those were amazing. I kind of got bougie for a minute, and so my new kit is filled with Dior. It's filled with Chanel. It's filled with Tom Ford. Um, they're all good. I don't. I'm still kind of like, I don't know. I'm still going back and forth on that world. NARS makes very good eyeshadows. Yeah, and it also, you know what? It also, K nails is, it also depends on the type. So is it a matte? Because I love mattes from the pro brands, like the Ben Nye mattes, the Graftobian mattes, because they're just rich and thick, and they're just ooh. So I like those. So if I was gonna go matte, I would go to those brands, pro only. But all the fluffy other BS, you can kind of go all over the place. I used to be big on the drugstore stuff, but I haven't been in the drugstore in terms of buying that kind of makeup in a while. But back in the day, I really did love. Oh shit! Right out of my head. Right out of my head. It's a black line too. Is it Black Radiance? Made a really good eyeshadow, but that was back in the day. I still have the original ones that I have, um, but Black Radiance did their thing with their eyeshadows. I thought they were beautiful. I would have to go to the drugstore and see if if they still have Black Radiance in there. I'm not sure, but Black Radiance was a line that really did its thing. I know people like, oh yes, Black Radiance. Okay, we are here for it. Tuck your ish. I can't help it. Sometimes I go off on a tangent. I'm sorry, y'all got to pull me back in. How do you get the alrighty? I was gonna do a video on how to get the gummy off your brushes. Okay, you know what? I tried soaking them. So first of all, I tried wiping them down with Cinema Secrets. Didn't work. I was like, and then I tried soap and water. I tried alcohol. I tried this. I tried that. I was like, why can't I get these clean? Why? And then one night I just said, you have literally dunked these in everything. It's not going to hurt you to now scrub them. So went and got a steel wool, like I don't know what you have where you are, honey, but we have like SOS pads and stuff. So I took an SOS pad to it and I just like this and scrubbed the mother effing out of it, and it came right off. But can you believe that I had to take a steel wool pad with soap to get that off? That's what bugged me the most about it. I had to use steel wool to get it off, and it did come off. You just be gentle, but I think I still have the where is it? Where'd you go? Where did you go? I still have the name and everything on it. Now I can't remember what brush it is. Is it this one? Yeah. See, I still have the name on it. I still have the name on it, right? But it was so tacky, and I was like, God damn. Yeah, but I used steel wool and I was able to get it off. But it took steel wool. I couldn't believe it. And it stayed off, by the way. That brush is not tacky anymore. I don't know what that's all about. And then I had, sometimes these plastics can get gummy. You know that feeling that you, when you pick up your brush, you go, oh. Ugh. Yeah, so I use steel wool. I didn't soak them beforehand. I just was like, I don't care if I ruin the brush, who cares? I'm not using it anyway. I refused to use them because they got gummy. I was just disgusting. It was disgusting to just keep touching it. It's disgusting. So I just stopped using it. Nubian Princess says, in the age of COVID, as I'm saying it like a British person, I don't know why. In the age of COVID, I prefer old tools for makeup application. I don't want any fingers on my face. I'm not using my fingers on anyone either. I hear you. Okay. Yeah, I try not. I'm one of those who try not to touch anybody's face with my fingers. Every now and then, we clean up something a little bit, but I'm not a finger touching person. I don't like putting my fingers in somebody's face. You know how you ever see that makeup artist, Mary Green? I think it's Green Wall. Green Wall. She's British. And she'd take that makeup and she'd go, she'd take that foundation, she'd take her fingers and she'd all in somebody's face. Excuse me. I'm not that kind of makeup artist. Every time I see it, I go, but it works. It's her style. It's what she does. But I'm always like, what in the world? But it must feel like a slight massage or something, because I don't see anybody complaining. But that's just not me. You being president, am I the only makeup artist on the planet that never like using my fingers? No, my dear, I don't like using my finger. I really don't like touching people because long story short. Anyway, I have cystic acne, right? And one of the worst things a cystic acne person can do is keep touching their face because your hands are filthy. And it just sticks with me as a makeup artist. Like, don't be touching people's faces all the time. I see other makeup artists doing it's fine. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But in my head, I just say cystic acne, cystic, And so it's just not a good thing to be touching on the face. K-Ness, I'm still loving those pigments from back in the day. Yes, blend like a dream, right? I love those pigments. Carlos C. Hi, Carlos C. Hello from Italy. Hello. I discovered you a few days ago. Thanks for your content and for your attitude as well. Aw, Carlo, thank you. Thank you for being here, honey. Welcome. I forgot how to say. I was going to say something else. It's probably another language. But welcome, honey. You have a question, ask me. That's what this is all about. K-Nail says, yes, I was in love with their copper quad. See? Okay, Arati at Nubian Princess, definitely consideration, but I totally, Mary Greenwell was, I think you told, but I totally love Mary Greenwell. My way, I totally Mary Greenwelled my way through sometimes when the brushes just aren't cutting it, but only if a sink and soap are nearby. Yeah, I just, years and years and years and years ago, I saw Mary do that on Lisa Eldridge's page, channel. And I was just like, what is she doing? What is that? And I said, okay, try it, DeShawn, try it. And then I was like, then I tried it almost once. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'm a brush person. And so I just love this. I just love this whole feeling. It's like, so for me, it works. Brushes are my thing. Then the next thing that I would use would be a sponge, but oh no, not the pink sponge. No, I won't. I would use the Alcone sponges. You guys understand. I'm going to say it 15,000 times. You use that pink sponge on one person, one. You cannot use that sponge on the next person. So you just spent 18 to 20 some odd dollars on a sponge. You're talking to Queenie Cheap, okay? So it's just, I just want you to remember that. None of this, I washed them. You cannot disinfect a sponge. So you have to be careful in this COVID era. So all that pat, you might as well just give it to them because you cannot use that sponge again, okay? I'm just saying, be careful. Oh, hey, pretty accountant. I love that name. BR is good, except every foundation is orange. Notice I said eyeshadow. Did you hear what I said? What did I say? I said eyeshadows. Did I say anything else? Did I say contour colors? Did I say foundations? Did I say concealer? What did I say? Eyeshadows. Okay, now degreasers didn't work, honey. She's talking about the brushes again. I really did. I took one brush and I said, I'm going to get this brush clean. I'm like that weirdo who tries to get everything back to normal. And I could not. I used degreasers. I soaked the brush in Cinema Secrets. I soaked it. Wouldn't come off. Oh my God. And then I have Goo Gone. I soaked it in Goo Gone. No, I couldn't get it off. It was driving me crazy. That's when I just said, forget it. I don't care. I'm going to go to the sink and I'm just going to scrub it and see what happens. And finally it came off. And I was like, Thank you, Jesus. And then the rest of them, I said, if that's all I had to do was scrub them, then I just took all of them to the sink and I said, again, if I'm going to ruin them, I'll ruin them. Who cares? But I took them to the sink, hot water, not hot, because I can't take hot water, well, warm or whatever, and soap, and then scrubbed it, and it came off. I honestly would never buy that set again. It was too hectic for me. It's too hectic for me. Alrighty says, I would never even think of steel wool. I had given up on the Cinema Secrets didn't work. Cinema Secrets works on everything. And it couldn't work on those brushes. It couldn't. I thought when I put the brush into the Cinema Secrets, right? I thought it was just going to come out and dissolve. That's what I thought. Whatever was on there was just going to, girl, that thing clung to those brushes. And I was so grossed out. I was so grossed out. I thought it was disgusting. And so they just kind of sat in a, like a drawer or something. But then I got frustrated, and I really, 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 I like the shapes of them and everything, but that handle just felt like nasty. Oh, it was terrible. Terrible. Goo Gone is the best, but Goo Gone didn't come off. It didn't take it off. So honey, I don't know what's on. I don't know what that is, and I could say, well, maybe I did this to it and maybe I did that to it. But I'm telling you, I really didn't even use those brushes that often. And it was disgusting. Maria Jones. Hello, Maria Jones. Hi, everybody. Hi, DeShawn. Hi. Carlos C. I'm guilty. I use my hands a lot. My preferred brushes are always my hands, and I am an artist like Mary Greenwell, especially for prep. If I cannot use hands, I'm okay, but I can. But if I can, I'm better. You see, this is what I'm saying. Every makeup artist is different. Some people, you and Mary Greenwell, y'all are like getting all up in there, and I think that, listen, it works for Mary Greenwell. It works for you. Boom. But for me, I'm just freaked out. I'm just like, I can't do it. But again, it's like, your thing is your hands. And I think that's cool. But my thing, I just love the brush. I just like, I just feel so, I feel so artistic when I have a brush in my hand. I just love using brushes. So I feel you. I'm not mad at anybody who goes around and gets that on the face. Mary Greenwell is not Mary Greenwell without that technique. So I'm not mad. Inside Out says, yes, I also like to use my hands. I am also a massage therapist. So there you go. But damn, I wish I lived in New York. I could work on my back, okay? Yeah, the tactile. I get you. I feel it. Like I said, everybody has their preferences. Everybody. You would have to go up on your prices. I hear you. It's like DeShawn, you crack me up with the queen of cheap. How many times do I say that? You know how cheap I am. I'm proud of it. I should say I am cheap. And then wear a crown. I'm proud. I'm proud of the penny pinching crazy crackhead that I am. I'm proud of it. I get a lot done on the cheap. Okay. That's what I do. Let's see. I love Alcone sponges. Once I started using them, I can't use any other sponge. Monique, I'm with you. Them Alcone sponges. $20, you get a whole bag. What I say? Oh, Carlo has a question. Yes, I have a question. What do you think about spray alcohol directly on eyeshadows? I do not do that because the only act to spray on does nothing. The formulative cosmetics are formulated for, I don't know what. I'll wait for you to finish. I will answer you. I wasn't into spraying anything. Can't even lie. I wasn't like running around like spraying. Like I said, I keep my kit very clean, and I use the Cinema Secrets a lot. And I really, if I open up my kit, you'd be like, oh, that's super, super clean. So I wasn't a spray person. But Now I am. And I think you're saying that they're not formulated, I guess, for alcohol, maybe. But what you can do is I'm still going to spray. It's just in my brain. I don't know. Um, yeah, I feel more comfortable spraying now than ever before. Like I'm literally like the crazy crackhead lady with the I love spraying. I love spraying alcohol. No, but I understand what you're saying. What also I tend to do is I tend to this, by the way, all the makeup I'm showing you that's filthy, it's all mine. Okay, it's mine. It's my personal crap that's over here. This is not my kit. So what I will do is I will take a tissue. There. So I'll take a tissue and I'll wipe it down, and then I'll spray. I'm trying to say, then I'll spray alcohol on it. Because like I said, it's unfortunate. We don't like, I don't know. I've tried to read as much about COVID as I can, and it's very, very transmittable. And I know we can get a lot of things through our eyes, not just our mouths. We can get a lot of funk, a lot of colds and stuff, and viruses and stuff through the eyes. And so, if you are using these eyeshadows clearly around the eyes, then wipe them down and clean them the best that you can, because you can transmit stuff through people's eyes, the tear ducts and all that stuff. So that's my only thing. Carl, oh yes, okay, yes. Carlos says, he says it's formulated for resistance. And if you change the formula, you can change everything. I do agree with that. I have noticed back in the day, what did I do? I did something. And I noticed that one of the eyeshadows that I had, I kind of changed. I noticed something funky happen. But for the most part, I tend to now wipe down, like I just said, with the tissue. I wipe off the excess that I used, wipe that off, and then I will spray. But for the most part, you know what? I mean, I have been spraying the Dior's, I have been spraying the Chanel's, I've been spraying the Tom Fords, okay, and all the rest of my stuff. And here, I haven't seen a change yet. Sometimes what can happen when you're spraying whatever you spray it, because remember back in the day, I'm still sure they have it, but they had that thing called Beauty So Clean. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like spraying that on my stuff. I didn't understand that. But I didn't mind spraying the alcohol, like just 70, I forgot what it is, guys, 70% alcohol. I don't mind spraying the alcohol on it because it dissipates really fast. Whereas that stuff, let me not devalue a whole company, but I sprayed an item like Beauty So Clean onto my eyeshadows and was pissed. So, so let me not devalue a whole company, but I got, yeah, people told me it was fine, it's fine, it's fine to spray on your stuff. And then it got, I don't know what the hell that was. And then it ruined a lot of my stuff. So that's why I was so against spraying anything on my stuff. And then when I switched over to just 100% pure alcohol, no water, no mixing. I'm not trying to put any scent in it. It's just pure alcohol. It has changed the game. I also was using, I do it on and off because I still have a lot of it left. And so I go back and forth. I also have Graftobian, has a makeup cleaner. I cannot remember the name of it, and it's not here. We have a makeup cleaner that I carry in my bag as well. I carry so many cleaners now, it's ridiculous. But that also, it has a lot of alcohol in it as well. But it doesn't do what the other brand did to my stuff. I'm sorry, that stuff messed up my stuff. Sorry, I'll say it. So it just, I don't know what the hell happened. It was weird. So yeah, but the pure alcohol for me doesn't seem to mess up anything. It's not messing up a thing. Also, I'm not saturating it and making it super, super, super wet. I'm spraying it and then letting it air dry, and then I close the thing and I put it away. So I don't know what the difference was, let's say 10 years ago with something like Beauty So Clean. But Yeah, I just wasn't a fan. So I do understand what you're saying, Carlo. I really do. Yeah. But the alcohol, there's something about it that does work. I use my UVC sanitizing wands for my eyeshadow palettes and brush handles after washing. I literally researched UVC light sanitation. So you do realize I hate to bust the bubble. Okay, don't kill me, Nubian princess. Don't be mad at me because I know you're gonna say, DeShawn, I researched it. But you really have to hold the. It's not like this. It's not that kind of motion. You really do have to hold the wand over it for quite a bit of time. Not like 20 minutes, but you do have to hold the wand. I did too because I was working on a project for you guys with that UVC thing going on, and then COVID hit, and then I was like, whatever, we ain't working no more. So I too called companies about the UVC and asked them about the wands versus the boxes and all these things, and versus the bulb. And I did research it quite a bit. And the way that they kind of explained to me that wand, people tend to, I'm not saying you do this, honey, but people tend to take the wand and they kind of go, they kind of go sweep, kind of like that. And they're saying, no, you can't just kind of sweep it. You have to literally, it's almost like, the computer, your printer, and you're trying to make a scan. It goes, you know what I mean? It goes, da, 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 da. That's kind of how slow you're supposed to go with that wand. You're supposed to go, and I was like, man, I ain't buying no wand then because I ain't doing that. But I understand what you're saying. What you could do with what they described was what you could do with your wand. I don't have anything here to show you. What you could do with the wand is to kind of like attach it to like a box and then put your stuff in there, and you can just turn on the wand, and the wand within, I think, 5 minutes is supposed to clean your makeup, but then you have to flip it over and then clean your makeup. I really did research it. I really did. I really, really did. I was using my UVC sanitizing wand for oh no, I just saw that. Inside Out says, was anyone here on Glossable, the Facebook group with Sonia Rosselli? I miss it so much. It was helpful. Well, I left because I got agitated. So I don't know why you left. I loved Glossable. I still love the idea of Glossable. I thought it was very sweet. How do you say? I thought it was a very sweet site or message board. I thought it was lovely. I like the people. I thought the Glossable people. I mean, every message board has a funk. You know what I mean? But I just thought the people were nice, and Sonia's effing crazy, and I adore her. But yeah, it was time for me to go as well, so I left. Theatrical makeup remover Graftobian. No, it's not makeup remover, Carlo. It's their sanitizing spray that they have is what I'm talking about. It's not a makeup remover. It's a sanitizing spray. And I think it's called Graftobian sanitizing spray. I think it's called. And they sent me a lot. So I have a lot. So I go back and forth between their sanitizing spray and the alcohol. So I have that a lot. The box is better than the wand. Yes, it is. The box is better than the wand, unless you want to stand there and go. Oh, they get 20 to 30 passes back and forth. So you're going like this. So you're doing this. So, but how are you doing? Like, I would have to see what you're doing, because the way that these people explain it to me, because listen, when I have questions, I have 5 million questions. And I always go, can I ask you a question? But then it turns into a half an hour discussion because I want to know. I'm cuckoo crazy. I love to learn. And the way that they explain it to me again is the very same way I'm explaining it to you. Here's a piece of paper, and it's every bit ding 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 ding. So if you're doing it that slow, ding 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 throughout the whole thing 30 times, then okay. But if you're sweeping motions, it's not what it is It's not what they say it is. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think if they told the truth, then people wouldn't buy the wand, because it's, you know what I mean? This doesn't work, or this, you know. Again, that's what I was told, and I called a huge manufacturer. I'm one of them cuckoo crazy people. I will call the president of the company. If you give me my answer, I will call the president. Can I please talk to the president of your company, because I have a question about UVC lights? And it's not even, I didn't even call about their light. This was a huge manufacturer of UVC lights, huge. And I was bugging because I was trying to understand. I don't understand how they work. I don't understand how this box works. I don't understand. And then I said, F it. Why don't you just call a company? What else are they going to do? And I spoke to the person who manufactures these things. That's how I know, you know. And he was lovely. He spoke to me. I was shocked he spoke to me when he spoke to me. And he explained it to me clearly. And I was like, oh. And so now I get it. I didn't get it before. I really didn't get it before. I thought it was like, you know, scanning. I thought it was something like this. And he was like, yeah, no, it don't work. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So Carlo, from what I have been told, the box is better. The light bulb is better. Any way that you can contain it, okay, is better. Because then, like, let's say you have the box. Well, the box is a box. So let's say the only problem with the box is it's small. So you can't even, I have yet to see a big box. No, that's not true. When I was researching, and they had a really big box that was like the size of, let's say, a microwave, or not a microwave, but like more of like a toaster oven, right? So I found those. And then you can take 1 or 2 pallets in that and use that. But it was pretty big and cumbersome. And I was just like, well, and costly. And so I was like, well, you know, so it's just kind of a little, I wish they wouldn't make one for makeup artists. It's just too small. It's too small to be effective. Now, I know my friend, Wendy, Wendy, I cannot say your last name. She does Madonna now, and I watched her clean her kit. She actually did a video. She put a video online where she shows you how she cleans the kit. And she does take, but it's 1 pallet. This is my phone. But she takes 1 pallet, wipes it down, and she wears gloves, by the way. 1 pallet, wipes it down, puts that pallet inside the box, turns the box on, turns it off, flips it over, turns the box on, turns it off, flip it over, open it up, turn the box on, turn it off, and then she's done. So you see what I'm saying? It's a process. So, you know, I mean, I'm all for it. I really thought Nubian Princess said, yes, I take my time, especially on a gig. Yeah, I mean, listen, honey, if you haven't gotten any funk, then good for you. I'm just going to listen to what Homeboy said. I'm just going to listen to Homeboy. Yeah, yes, okay. It's clear with white label, okay? Carlo, are you still talking about Graftobian stuff? If you are, let me know. So you believe, Miss Nubian Princess, that there is a box for us people, and just us people, for $400. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Because honestly, Nubian Princess, I swear, I have not researched that stuff since the pandemic. I was like, what am I researching it for? When the hell are we gonna go back to work? But I literally had it. Listen, it was UVC crazed in this house. She was crazy. I had this stuff all over the place. It was crazy. So listen, okay. So hey, Rosemary. Hey, honey. Okay. So here we go. So here, announcement. Get it? Announcement. So for my top, I'm going to put this. She's trying to, listen, I'm making this up as I go along, okay? So just bear with me. For my top, I'm trying to think of the number. I'm going to say 20. I might say something else. I might change it later to more, but right now, for my top 20 YouTube followers, people, I am so professional, right? For my top 20 YouTube followers and participants on this show, I would like to gift you a brand new inclusion palette. Woo! Confetti, confetti, confetti. You know what? I have no confetti. I have no confetti. So I will be posting names this week on the board. But here, listen. I said it's a gift. It is a gift, but there's always a but, okay? Y'all got to pay shipping and handling. I'm not shipping it. So we'll set up where y'all pay shipping and handling, find out how much it costs to ship this thing to your house. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you will get this palette. As long as you pay shipping and handling, it's on you. But my gift to you is a free Grashova palette. Shipping and handling is on you. I'd be happy to send you a free Graftobian palette. From me, I'll even sign it or whatever. But the top 20, and do you know who you are? I will put your names up, but it doesn't mean that anybody who's following can't get one because I have more to give. So we will do more giveaways. But for now, I really want to say thank you to all of you amazing contributors to this crazy crack ass channel, and send you all love and everything. If I could afford to do the shipping, I would, but I shipped some stuff to Belgium one day and I thought I was going to die. So I had no idea how expensive it was, but it's still way, way cheaper than the palette. So I will put your names up, but it doesn't mean that if you don't make the list, it doesn't mean you can't get one. We'll have another giveaway later, but I will put up that name list. It might be even more than 20 names. I'm just picking 20, but I just want to say thank you guys, because it's without you, this sheet ain't working. Okay. I could be talking to myself. Okay. So I'm happy to be able to do that. And like I said, if you're new here, doesn't mean you can't get one. It just means I'm taking care of those who have been here, who have sweated through the camera issues and the sound issues and the lateness and all of it. I just want to say thank you. And I say thank you to the new people who I'm seeing now from all over the world. Carlo, welcome. K-Nails, I haven't seen you before. Welcome, people. And there might be a chance for you to get one too. So there you go. So that's my present, my surprise. Names will go up. Be on the lookout on the community board. Be on the lookout. So that's it. So I'm going to get off this crazy thing. I will be back next week Sunday, with another beautiful live for you crazy people. I'm out of here. I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you for coming. I'll have the palette soon. I'll send them out soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.